Okay, everybody, how are we here? Wade Northhausen here for Billboard Battalion. Coming to you live today from the Entertainment Centre in Albury. We've been attending the conference it's called Big Ideas for a Better Australia. So there's what it is. Today is Sunday the 17th of March 2024, and this is the last day of a 3-day conference. So it's been really interesting. It's here in Albury, New South Wales, Australia, and we've really had quite a substantial number of speakers over an enormously vast range of issues. Yeah, we're getting that wrapped around there. So, yeah, we've had everything from the AMPS doctors here talking about all the COVID stuff. They've been promoting their book, which is called Too Many Dead. We did a promo for that there yesterday, and an excellent interview with the AMPS doctors. And so many people have commented and so appreciative that they just shoot straight. They just tell it as it is. There's no mucking about, no hiding things, and their information is critical. It is professional, and it is point blank. So people can use that information to explain to others if they so desire. We've also had a lot of presentations with regard to the Murray-Darling Basin and the Murray-Darling Basin Plan and the water. So we heard today Topher, who is hosting this event, he spoke on the Murray-Darling Basin Plan. He spoke on a lot of his history and how he actually, for a start, got into doing all the social media stuff that he did when he was just a forklift driver, and not just a forklift driver, but when he was a forklift driver in Cool Stores, and how he started with his first YouTube video, and that has just grown and grown and grown, given that the social media side of it, the mainstream media side of it has been so shocking and so bad. So at the end of the day, that's been a very steep learning curve, and I think it's really resonated with people how Topher has been able to use that, and how so many people now are on social media because the mainstream media just lie to you. And in terms of the I'm going to have a fairly interesting guest very soon, which I think a few people will be shocked about. But anyway, that's okay. We also had a lot on the Murray-Darling Basin Plan itself. We heard from Darren de Borderley, who spoke on particularly the lower lakes and the Coorong in South Australia. We had Lloyd Polkinghorne, who is the editor of the Bridge newspaper up at Barham, just on the New South Wales side of New South Wales side of the Murray River. So there's a lot going on there. A lot of the people speaking about their personal fights and the things they've been involved in. We heard from Crystal Mitchell, who is ex-Victoria Police. People might remember she resigned very spectacular on camera there with what was going on with Daniel Andrews and what Vic Pol had to do. We heard from Monica Smit, was one of the keynote speakers here, and was talking about a lot of her journey and what she's been through and what she's had to deal with. And so it's rather interesting to see that since now we're talking about Monica Smit, it's interesting to notice a lot of the things that we're starting to see comments getting around, that Monica is allegedly making a lot of comments about myself and Billboard Battalion and others. So we sort of thought we might just, we've got a lot of comments from people saying, Monica, you wouldn't say those kind of things, and what, etc., etc. So we might just tidy that up a little bit.
G'day.
Hi Monica, how are you?
I'm really good, thank you.
So, wouldn't you? What are the chances? Monica Smit just happens to be here. Just happens to
walking past.
Just saw the light on, so you drop in. So, look, great to see you, Monica.
Always great.
So there's probably a whole heap of people right at the minute fairly confused.
Yeah, well,
I would suggest.
I don't want to give airtime to to people that want airtime, because that's all trolls actually want, is your attention and things like that. So I usually ignore the situation. But I can say that it's very easy to pick a fake profile. Usually if you just click on their profile picture, you can see that they've got hardly any followers, and you can see that they talk in a way that is not like the person that you follow. It's very, very, very easy to pick. Also, I would never send a personal Facebook friend request, because who has time for that when you've got a big Facebook profile? And I would never try to sell you crypto or anything like that. So please, just be vigilant. We should know a few things about the internet these days. And I would never go on someone else's profile and slag them off, ever. If I've got a problem with someone, I'll call you.
Exactly. So, I just hope that recently there's been a fair bit going on, and people who are following me and also following Monica and, Billboard Battalion, I hope that people are starting to go, oh, hang on, whoa, what's happened here? So, I think this is a sign of the times, what happens with this modern social media. And
it's a compliment.
Yeah, well, like they say...
These people, sometimes they are spending at least 2 to 3 hours a day impersonating someone. And I just wonder what kind of person has that amount of time and the passion that they have to be so stupid. I find it very... It's a complimenting, and I wish that they would find a better life for themselves, because I feel a bit sad for them.
And it is. It really is pretty sad. And it seems bizarre to me. It's hypocritical, a few other things, just to see someone who may make a comment about me saying how, I may be, not what I say, and it appears, they are adopting someone else's identity.
It's actually criminal. That's a bigger crime than what I did and went to prison for.
Well,
impersonating someone.
So if anyone knows Monica's story, and she spoke very well about this yesterday as one of the presenters here, and in fact, Monica has a book that she has written about this, where she was made a political prisoner. And just to give that a little bit of context for my belief, or what I think, back in a few years ago, there were a whole lot of people got arrested and jailed and put on bail and had a shocking time. And this is at a time when these people, and I include Monica in this, and Topher and others, all sorts of these people who took on the system with no real knowledge of how that was going to end up. So, for mine, if you get people who hang it on these kind of people, or they make comments or whatever, keep in mind, a lot of the people who were the protesters in the day, they took on horrendous stuff we've never seen in Australia at all. I know many people that I've come to know, and, they did gutsy stuff. They did brave stuff, and it doesn't matter what you think about them personally or whatever issues you got, whatever's going wrong for you in your life. These people took on a very, very serious thing that, we saw some stuff happening here that would make North Korea go, oh, I wish we'd have thought of that. This is, I want to just say to everybody how brave they were, and a very big thank you to the people who did that. And the cost could have been a million times worse. But
it turned out okay.
It did, yes.
Yeah. So you can do it too, because you can live to fight another day.
Yes.
It's okay.
So, and this is the thing where, we have to all stand up and have a go. So, so Monica actually has a book that she's promoting and selling as part of just trying to make a living.
Yes.
So you might just tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah,
Monica.
So it's called Cell 22 because I was in Cell 22 for 22 days. I got released on the 22nd of the month, and my courtroom was courtroom 22. So I couldn't really help use Cell 22. And also, when they call you on the intercom, they call you by your cell number, not your name. I think it's a dehumanizing thing.
Yes,
Cell 22. So that kind of just stuck in my head. But look, my book is about obviously time in prison and the freedom movement evolving the way that it did in general. But it's also a little bit about my past, which made me the person that I am today, which is both shocking and can be inspiring for others. And so I basically lay it all out on the table because I figured, hey, if I tell my secrets first, then it takes all the juice away from anyone else who wants to tell my secrets. So it's all there in the book. And I'm not using Amazon because I don't want to support big corporations. So the printer is a printer from Melbourne who actually printed $20,000 worth of free protest material back in the day. So the book is 100% Australian owned and 100% of the profits going to Australia. So I love that part.
Excellent. So, and look, if you had a chance to hear Monica's presentation, she does travel around the countryside and tell these stories. So totally recommend it, because just recently I've shared a stage with Monica on 2 different occasions, and she tells it very well, and audiences really are quite appreciative and quite happy to hear that and glad to hear that story, because it puts a story to the face.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, at monicasmit.com. All my events are on there. I'm going to Western Australia soon and then New South Wales. So I'll be on the road for the next 3 months. Yeah. That
is brilliant. So anyway, I just wanted to say I thought a few people would get a bit of a surprise to see us standing here like this.
Because I hate you so much and I'm trolling you.
Oh, it's you can.
Yeah.
You can see clearly that
we hate each other.
Yeah. You can see very clearly that everything that they're saying is true. Oh, not. So anyway, so I hope this tidies things up for a lot of people who have been making some really genuine comments and going, well, what's happening? So, just thought we'd do this. So on that, we might just, I'll say see you later to Monica, and I
will exit.
Exit stage left. So there you go. Yeah, that should sort a few things out for a few people. And as she said, just be aware with today's modern social media, you do have people who steal other people's identity. They try to impersonate them, and they try to make out they're them, and that's just not on. It's I don't know whether you say it's pathetic or just sad or I don't know, whatever. But the main thing is the people who are in the fight are standing here in front of you right now. The people who are actually trying to fight for what we need and what's good to try and keep our country safe, to try and keep our communities safe. And my whole thing is to try and join people together. Try and join. I'll just turn around so we might not have so much wind. And just while I'm saying, here's a picture of the place where we are, the entertainment centre in Albury there. So we've got, and this is the venue over here. I'll just say this while we're here. This is the place where this is all happening. It's almost over now, but it's a pretty nice sort of place over here. So anyway, yeah, the whole purpose of what I'm about, what Billboard Battalion's about, and Monica and many others, is to try and pull people together so that we can fight this war together, so that we can win. And we can win. If we get everything happening the way that we want it to, then we can beat this. We can beat them. And make no mistake, we're dealing with some very serious enemies. So the next time you might see anything on Billboard Battalion or anybody, a particular profile making comments, and you go, that's not right, then understand it isn't right. It's not. So understand that somebody could have some very serious issues and whatever's going on, perhaps they need some help. I don't know. But anyway, it's not what you have been led to believe. So and once again, I really can't get over the irony of the comments, the comments that have been made about me. And then you think, well, this person is actually the fake. They're actually trying to make out they're someone else. I mean, the irony of the comments is just incredible. It's really quite laughable, really sad, really pathetic, actually, if that's the best they got. But anyhow, we need to get our head back in the game here. We need to get our head back in the fight. So I say to all the people who are following Billboard Battalion and our lives and what we're doing, an enormous thank you, an enormous thanks for your support, and people who have stood up and defended us, because that just goes to prove that we're dealing with decent Australians here, decent people who want to help them to do things with their country and get it back on track. So I might just finish off with a little bit of a bit more to do with the actual conference here today. It's been going over 3. It's been going over 3 days now, and we've heard a couple of different politicians from the freedom fighter conservative parties. They're the ones who have had the guts to turn up here and present in public. The ones who have had the integrity to stand up and tell it as it is. So we've seen, these politicians who have just gone, this is the deal, we're going to fight for Australia, and they've said a lot about the other parties, the 4 major parties, how they're not. So the information here has been great. There's still people talking inside now, but we came out here to do this because I had to try and organise a time frame when Monica was going to be here. So, I'm really, really glad that she's come on. She's come on together with me, and people can see quite clearly all the comments are garbage. They can see that quite clearly. So the next time you sort of see that, just, flick it to the side. Do whatever you can. So, yes, okay. So is there we go. So we're making more friends by the look of this. But anyway, the truth is the truth, and the facts are the facts. And what you just saw here today, that is the real Monica Smit. That is the real deal. And anything contrary to that is not. So that's about as much as we need to say about that. So once again, thanks very much to everybody who's been giving us enormous support. I'll head off from here after the conference is finished today, and we'll make tracks back home and get back in the game. I've got to go to tomorrow. Tomorrow we're doing a podcast with a podcast that I haven't done anything with before, called The White Rabbit. I've got to record that tomorrow. So that's a new outlet that's starting to push. We've combined and we're on the same page. So we're going to do that as well, and made a lot more contacts here over this weekend. More outlets for our information. More networking's being done. That's really great. So, and we're really sort of building our numbers in that respect too. So this fight is gearing up. We're seeing a lot of people here who are really, really coming on. They're really lighting things up here. So if people think that things are a little bit slow or whatever, I guarantee you there are a lot of people here who are on fire. They're passionate. They're absolutely committed to fighting this fight. They're doing a fantastic job, and there's a lot coming together. So spread this stuff far and wide. Get people on board, because our battle is in front of us. We still really have to go for it. There's some very serious things that are unfolding very soon, and we have to be in the game. This is the fight for our country and our kids, for our lives. So I really, really want to say thank you to everybody who's given us some terrific support, and we'll be back. I'll be back home again tomorrow, and we'll be doing our live tomorrow. It might be at a little bit of a different time. We'll try and do it at 12:30 every day, but every now and again something comes along you've got to do. Things like this, it's been very hard to get things done on time at this conference, because just everything's moving. There's so much going on. So tomorrow our broadcast will be delayed, so it'll be a bit later on the afternoon, because I've got to do the podcast interview with the White Rabbit. Just got a chopper going over the top here now. Not sure what that's about, but anyway, as long as they keep going, that's what matters. Okay, thanks very much, everybody. I might just call it quits from that, and we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for your support. Have a great day. Know that everybody here is in the fight. We're in the battle. So this is not over, not by a long stretch. And keep up your knowledge of who's who in the zoo. Make sure you just look at things that are said and go, does that fit, or does that sound like someone else? Just put it that way. All right, people. Thank you. Wade Northhausen here for Billboard Battalion. We're at the 3-day conference in Albury. The date is the 17th of March 2024. Thanks very much for watching. And